Bolivia is famous for its majestic natural landscapes such as the Andes Mountains, the Amazon rainforest and the Uyuni salt flats. But that's not all. This country also stands out for its extremely unique laws and customs that are unparalleled anywhere else in the world. In this video, we'll explore 18 banned laws and peculiarities that exist only in this country. Number 18. You must chew cocoa leaves. If you have issues with blood pressure, heart and respiration, I don't think Bolivia is for you. Bolivia, situated on the Andean Plateau, is one of the highest altitude countries in the world. Many cities in Bolivia, such as La Paz and Potosi, are located at an altitude of over 3,000 meters above sea level. The administrative capital, La Paz, is even higher at over 3,600 meters. This altitude can cause altitude sickness, also known as acute mountain sickness or high-altitude sickness, for many tourists when they come here. Altitude sickness occurs due to thinner air at high altitudes, leading to oxygen deficiency. Common symptoms include headaches, nausea, fatigue, dizziness, shortness of breath, and insomnia. These symptoms can appear within hours of arriving at a high altitude and can last for several days. If you still wish to explore Bolivia, seek help from the locals. In Bolivia, a traditional remedy for altitude sickness is using cocoa leaves. Chewing cocoa leaves or drinking cocoa tea is a traditional method used by locals to combat altitude sickness. Some studies suggest that chewing cocoa leaves can alleviate symptoms like headaches, nausea, and dizziness. Cocoa leaves contain alkaloids, including cocaine, which can help dilate blood vessels, increase oxygen flow to the brain, and reduce swelling. Trust me, chewing them is more effective than any medication prescribed by a doctor. Number 17. The car blessing. Not only do Bolivians have a ritual of fighting, but they also have a practice of giving cars alcohol, which can astonish any onlooker. In Bolivia, there is a unique custom called where they pour alcohol over their cars to pray and receive blessings for their vehicles. This custom shows respect and gratitude to Pachamama and other deities in the Andean belief system. It is a common ritual in many aspects of Bolivian life, from blessing homes and businesses to vehicles. This ritual is often performed during special occasions like festivals, New Year, or when purchasing a new car. During a ceremony for a car, the owner decorates the car with flowers, balloons, and colorful items. They then pour a bit of alcohol, usually strong liquor or beer, on the wheels, engine, and the ground around the car. They might also burn incense and offer other items like cocoa leaves, candies, and eggs. Throughout the process, they pray for safety, luck, and protection when using the car. For visitors, witnessing or even participating in a ceremony can be a fascinating and profound cultural experience. However, tourists should respect these customs and rituals, and it's advisable to ask locals for guidance before participating to better understand the significance and procedures. Number 16. You must carry malaria medication. If you plan to visit Bolivia, the first thing you must bring is malaria medication. Malaria is prevalent in the lowland areas of Bolivia, particularly in the Amazon region. Almost every year, malaria outbreaks occur in Bolivia, posing significant challenges to the country's healthcare system and seriously affecting public health. For tourists, the risk of contracting malaria is very real when visiting high-risk areas. Symptoms of malaria include high fever, chills, fatigue, and headaches, which can quickly become severe if not treated promptly. Therefore, thorough preparation before visiting Bolivia is crucial. Anyone traveling here should bring malaria medication to prevent and treat the disease if needed. Before departure, consult a doctor for advice on the appropriate medication, usage instructions, and other preventive measures, such as using mosquito nets, insect repellent, and wearing long-sleeved clothing when outdoors in the evening. Carrying malaria medication not only protects personal health, but also helps reduce the burden on the local healthcare system. For those who love exploring Bolivia's diverse nature and culture, careful preparation is the best way to ensure a safe and fulfilling trip. Additionally, stay updated on the latest health information and adhere to recommendations from health authorities to protect yourself and the community. Number 15. Punching friends for good luck. If you visit Bolivia and see a group of colorfully dressed people exchanging painful punches, don't rush to stop them. This is actually a way Bolivians seek good luck. It sounds crazy, but punching each other has even become a festival in this country. One of the strangest and least known customs outside of Bolivia is the Tinku festival. In this festival, punching friends or even engaging in one-on-one fights is part of the ritual to pray for a bountiful harvest. The Tinku Festival is a traditional event of the Quechua and Aymara people in the Andean highlands, mainly held in the town of Potosi. The word Tinku in Quechua means encounter or meeting. This festival usually takes place in May, coinciding with the harvest season, and is significant in honoring Pachamama, or Mother Earth. During the festival, people from different communities gather and participate in one-on-one fights. These fights can be quite intense, with participants seriously punching each other. Although it may seem violent, these fights are seen as a way to release negative energy and pray for prosperity and a good harvest. Blood spilled in the fights is considered an offering to Pachamama, hoping to bring wealth and success to the community. While the Tinku Festival may shock foreign visitors, it is an important part of local culture and beliefs. Participants usually prepare thoroughly and consent to the fights beforehand. Additionally, the ceremonies and festivities around Tinku also include many cultural activities, such as music, dancing, and religious rituals. If you have the opportunity, join the locals. It might be a bit violent, but it is very interesting. Number 14. Do not compare with the Christ statue in Rio. Many people think that the Christ the Redeemer statue in Rio, Brazil is the largest Christ statue in the world. But when you come to Bolivia, never say that, or Bolivians will call you a fool. The reason for such strong reactions is that Bolivia is actually home to the largest Christ statue. The Christ of Peace, Cristo de la Concordia in Cochabamba, is indeed larger than the Christ the Redeemer statue in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Cristo de la Concordia was constructed between 1987 and 1994. Standing at 34.2 meters tall when excluding the base. Cristo de la Concordia is taller than Cristo Redentor in Rio de Janeiro, which is 30 meters tall without the base. Bolivians are very proud of this statue because it is not only a religious structure but also a significant cultural and tourist symbol for Cochabamba. Cristo de la Concordia is a popular tourist destination, attracting visitors from all over to admire and enjoy the surrounding scenery. This statue also symbolizes peace and harmony, reflecting its name, as Concordia means harmony. It is regarded as a powerful symbol of religious faith and community unity, instilling deep pride in the Bolivian people. While the Christ statue in Rio is quite famous, don't think it can be compared to the pride of the Bolivians. To them, their statue is number one. Number 13. Do not talk about politics. Alright, if you happen to talk about the statues of Jesus in Bolivia and Brazil, you might get cursed by the locals. But if you discuss politicians in Bolivia, you might end up in jail for months on end, even if you're a foreigner. Bolivia isn't always the peaceful country tourists can safely visit today. Throughout its history, the nation has endured a series of dictatorships, violent conflicts, human rights violations, hyperinflation, and overall political and economic instability. The country has seen 80 different presidents in less than 200 years, many of whom held power for only a few months or even days. To avoid unwanted trouble, tourists should limit or ideally refrain from discussing politics in conversations. Instead, focus on safer topics such as culture, cuisine, nature, and the rich history of the country. When interacting with locals, showing respect for their viewpoints and situations is crucial. And most importantly, don't let the police overhear you. Number 12. Burying a llama fetus under the bed. Once again, the indigenous people of Bolivia might leave you speechless with their peculiar practices, such as burying a llama fetus under their bed. Yes, you heard that right. They actually do this with great hope. Bolivians have many unique customs and beliefs related to the veneration of Pachamama and other deities. One particularly surprising ritual to foreigners is the use of llama fetuses in ceremonies to pray for good luck and prosperity. In Andean culture, including Bolivia, llama fetuses are considered precious offerings to Pachamama. People believe that burying these fetuses under new construction, such as homes or businesses, will bring protection and good fortune. The fetuses are typically purchased from witch markets in La Paz and other cities, where various spiritual and ritual items are sold. This ritual usually takes place at the beginning of the year or when starting a new project. The llama fetus is buried under the foundation of the house or building, accompanied by other items such as cocoa leaves, alcohol, and herbs. This offering is seen as a tribute to Pachamama to protect the home from calamities and bring prosperity, health, and luck to the owner. The ritual of burying a llama fetus not only reflects deep spiritual beliefs but also plays an important role in the traditional culture of Bolivia. For many locals, it is a way to connect with their ancestors and maintain harmony with nature. Tourists visiting Bolivia might find this custom gruesome and consider it animal cruelty. However, it's best to remain silent to avoid any trouble. If you're a fan of magical stories or movies, then Bolivia is a must-visit destination. This country is known as the land of witches. Bolivia is famous for its many unique traditions and belief systems, including the notable presence of witches known as and unique witch markets. Witches often roam the towns to heal, bring good luck, or even help people cast spells on others. In addition to meeting witches in person, you can immerse yourself in the world of spells at the witch market in La Paz, the administrative capital of Bolivia. The witch market in La Paz is a particularly intriguing destination for tourists, not only for its mystique but also for the diverse and rich array of products sold there. Here offer various charms, herbs, and spiritual items. Popular items include cocoa leaves, lucky charms, holy powders, deity statues, and herbs used in rituals. One of the most unique and potentially shocking products for tourists is the llama fetuses used in rituals to worship Mother Earth. These fetuses are offerings to seek protection, luck, and bountiful harvests. Beyond material goods, also provide spiritual services such as fortune-telling, healing, and conducting rituals to ward off evil spirits or pray for health and success. These rituals often blend indigenous beliefs with Christian elements, creating a rich and complex belief system. For tourists, visiting the witch market is a fascinating and unique cultural experience, offering a glimpse into the spiritual world of Bolivia's indigenous people. However, when visiting, tourists should respect local customs and beliefs and be cautious when purchasing products or participating in spiritual rituals. This not only ensures personal safety, but also shows respect for the culture and long-standing traditions of the Bolivian people. While Bolivia's witch markets might give you a bit of a shiver, fear not. I have a destination that you're sure to love, the world's largest salt flat, Salar de Uyuni. Bolivia's colossal salt flat is the largest natural salt flat in the world, sitting at around 3,565 meters above sea level, stretching over 10,582 square kilometers, and perfectly flat. The Salar de Uyuni salt flat was formed by the movement of the Earth's crust thousands of years ago. This area was part of the ancient saltwater lake, and as the lake dried up, it left behind two large salt flats. Many call this place a desert, because the salt here is as fine and plentiful as sand. With an area of nearly 11,000 square kilometers, Salar de Uyuni is over 25 times larger than the famous Bonneville salt flats in the United States. During the dry season, Salar de Uyuni is covered with dry salt, allowing vehicles to drive across it. Driving across the Salar de Uyuni salt flat is considered one of the most exciting travel experiences in South America, because along the journey, you'll witness breathtaking natural phenomena unique to Salar de Uyuni. However, during the rainy season when nearby lakes overflow, the two salt flats suddenly turn into a vast saltwater sea, transforming Salar de Uyuni into a famous destination that attracts many foreign tourists. In addition to the vast salt flat, Salar de Uyuni also features other landscapes, such as unusual rock formations, red mountains, hot springs, giant cacti, and red and green lakes. Beyond tourism, Salar de Uyuni produces over 25,000 tons of salt annually, contributing to Bolivia's economic development. Furthermore, Salar de Uyuni is an ideal location for satellite reconnaissance experiments because of its dry air and consistently clear skies. The reputation, fame, and allure of Salar de Uyuni extend beyond being the largest salt flat in the world. Its most unique aspect, which turns Salar de Uyuni into a magnet for explorers, is when the salt flat becomes a vast mirror during the summer. The perfectly still shallow water surface transforms into a giant natural mirror, doubling and fully reflecting the rugged and majestic natural landscapes, creating a sensation that is both strange and supernatural. When in Bolivia, don't miss out on this mesmerizing salt flat. Not only does Bolivia boast stunning landscapes, but the country also possesses mineral resources coveted by any nation, such as the extremely precious and rare substance lithium. Lithium, a lightweight metal crucial in battery technology, especially lithium-ion batteries used in electric vehicles and electronic devices, has become a strategic resource in the modern technology age. Bolivia sits on the famous lithium triangle in South America, which includes Chile and Argentina. But Bolivia is considered to have the largest reserves, estimated at around 21 million tons. Owning such abundant resources provides Bolivia with many economic development opportunities, especially as global demand for lithium continues to rise sharply. However, the exploitation and development of the lithium industry also pose many challenges. The Bolivian government has set a goal to develop this industry sustainably and for the benefit of the local community. Despite these efforts, Bolivia still faces many difficulties, from lacking modern technology to internal and international conflicts over the rights to exploit and use this resource. If you're an adrenaline junkie, Bolivia's Yungas Road is where you'll find the ultimate thrill. Bolivia's North Yungas Road, often called Death Road, El Camino de la Muerte, is renowned as the most dangerous road on Earth. This road connects the capital city of La Paz to the Amazon region of Bolivia, spanning approximately 60 to 70 kilometers and traversing high mountains and deep valleys, with the altitude decreasing from around 4,650 meters to 1,200 meters. One of the factors that make this road perilous is its narrowness. Most sections of the road are only about 3.2 meters wide, enough for one vehicle to pass, and often lack protective guardrails on either side. Rough, dirty and rocky sections, combined with harsh weather conditions like heavy rain and thick fog, make driving extremely hazardous. Limited visibility and the risk of slipping off the road are constant dangers for drivers. Furthermore, this road is infamous for its hairpin turns and steep slopes, making driving even more challenging. Over the years, the North Yungas Road has witnessed numerous horrific accidents, claiming the lives of hundreds of people each year. Hence, this place has earned the nickname Death Road. Despite its dangers, the North Yungas Road attracts many tourists, especially adventure enthusiasts. Mountain biking tours have become a popular activity, allowing tourists to experience the adrenaline rush of navigating through treacherous sections while admiring magnificent natural scenery. The Bolivian government has built a newer, safer road to replace the North Yungas Road, but the Death Road still exists as an enticing destination for those who want to test their limits and admire the raw beauty of this land. Guinea pigs have an undeniably adorable appearance, and perhaps no one would have the heart to harm and eat them. But in Bolivia, you'll be in for a shock when you see them transformed into various dishes and sold on streets everywhere. In Bolivia, guinea pig, or coin, is a traditional and famous delicacy, especially popular in the highlands and mountainous regions. Guinea pigs are small rodents commonly raised as food sources in many South American countries, including Bolivia, Peru, Ecuador, and Colombia. In Bolivian cuisine, guinea pigs are prepared in various ways, but the most common methods are grilling or frying. One of the popular preparations is coin asado, which means grilled guinea pig. To prepare this dish, guinea pigs are usually cleaned, seasoned with spices like garlic, salt, pepper, and other herbs, then grilled over charcoal until the skin is crispy and the meat is tender. The result is a dish with a distinctive flavor, crispy skin, and succulent meat. Guinea pig is not only a delicious dish but also a highly nutritious one, rich in protein and low in fat. It serves as an important food source in rural areas, contributing to food security for local communities. Guinea pig farming is relatively easy and inexpensive, making it a sustainable protein source for many families in Bolivia. Guinea pig dishes are not only part of daily cuisine but also appear in festivals and special events. Traditional parties, weddings, and family gatherings often feature guinea pig dishes, creating a warm and cohesive atmosphere. While eating guinea pig may be a novel and somewhat strange experience for many foreigners, for Bolivians, it is an integral part of their culinary culture. This dish reflects the diversity and richness of Bolivian cuisine and demonstrates the deep connection between people and their natural resources. Number 6. Bolivia's 7 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. If I'm not mistaken, Bolivia is one of the countries with the most UNESCO World Heritage Sites, as this nation proudly boasts 7 UNESCO-recognized sites, each bearing the unique historical and cultural imprint of the country. The city of Potosi stands out as one of the prominent sites. Once the largest silver mining center in the world in the 16th century, the Sucre Historic District, Bolivia's constitutional capital, showcases colonial architecture and significant historical buildings. Next is the Tiwanaku Archaeological Site, one of the most important ancient civilizations in South America, holding many mysteries about development. Isaboro Secure National Park and Indigenous Territory, along with the Luz de Arena Conservation Area, complete Bolivia's list of World Heritage Sites, offering pristine natural landscapes enriched with flora and fauna. These sites are not only a source of pride for the Bolivian people, but also attract millions of international tourists, contributing to the conservation and promotion of the country's cultural, historical, and natural heritage. Number 5. Zebra Traffic Police. If you visit Bolivia, you might encounter a rather peculiar sight. Some people dressed as zebras performing traffic duties at busy intersections in major cities like La Paz and Sucre. There are people wearing zebra costumes helping pedestrians cross the street. They wave their arms around and ensure you safely and cheerfully reach the other side. These little zebras are part of a volunteer program launched in 2001 to assist pedestrians in safely crossing the road. It can be said that this is currently La Paz's most successful program to reduce traffic-related incidents. If you want to help make traffic safer in Bolivia, you can purchase a costume yourself and try assisting pedestrians, but remember to equip yourself with knowledge of local traffic laws. When you arrive in Bolivia, you'll feel an indescribable ancient vibe emanating from the locals. That's because in this country, the people are all descendants of indigenous inhabitants who have lived here for thousands of years and still maintain the traditions of their ancestors to this day. Approximately 62% of Bolivia's population identifies as indigenous, according to national census data. This makes Bolivia the country with the highest proportion of indigenous population in the region. Indigenous peoples in Bolivia include various ethnic groups, with the largest being the Quechua and Aymara, along with smaller groups such as the Guarani and other Amazonian tribes. The strong presence of indigenous groups deeply influences Bolivia's culture, politics, and society. Quechua and Aymara languages are official alongside Spanish, and the traditions, festivals, and customs of indigenous peoples are maintained and celebrated in daily life. Furthermore, Bolivia is one of the pioneering countries in recognizing and protecting the rights of indigenous peoples. The 2009 Constitution of Bolivia, under the leadership of President Evo Morales, himself of Aymara descent, recognized the country as a multinational state and ensured autonomy and cultural rights for indigenous communities. This reflects Bolivia's commitment to preserving and promoting indigenous heritage while fostering integration and sustainable development for all ethnic groups in society. Number 3. Time runs backwards. Here. Surely most of us have wished at some point that time could be reversed so we could do something in the past. In Bolivia you can do just that, where you'll find a truly backward clock, the clock on the National Congress building in La Paz. With its hands running counter to a normal clock, this south-facing clock reflects the traditional clock, with its numbers inverted and the hands moving counterclockwise. It symbolizes the unique perspective of the Aymara and Quechua peoples, as their worldview sees the past as in front of themselves, while the future is behind. President Evo Morales, the first indigenous president of Aymara heritage, installed the clock in 2014. He famously said that the clock also symbolizes self-expression and pride. Who says a clock has to run in one direction? Why do we always have to obey? Why can't we be creative? Number 2. Bolivia, a landlocked country with a navy. Why does a landlocked country like Bolivia have a navy? It's a very interesting story. If you look at Bolivia's map before 1883, it had a route to the sea. This country once owned 250 miles of Pacific coastline in South America. However, it had to cede that territory after the War of the Pacific, from 1879 to 1883, against Chile. This is how Bolivia became one of the landlocked countries in South America. However, they are still striving to regain access to the sea, so the Navy remains a symbol of their efforts. The Gambier Biological Reserve in Santa Cruz is one of the largest butterfly sanctuaries globally. If you love beautiful insects, especially butterflies, you should head to Bolivia because it boasts the most beautiful and diverse butterfly sanctuary in the world. It's not just an attractive destination for tourists, but also plays a vital role in conserving butterfly species and related ecosystems. The Gambier Biological Reserve covers approximately 224 hectares, including a giant butterfly sanctuary, where you can see thousands of butterflies of various species freely flying in a recreated natural environment. This area is designed to create an ideal living environment for butterflies, with various types of trees and flowers providing food sources and egg-laying sites for butterflies. In addition to the butterfly sanctuary, Gambier also has various other areas, such as water lagoons, tropical gardens, areas for bird and wildlife watching, and recreational areas for visitors. This creates a unique experience combining nature exploration and relaxation. Visiting the Gambier Biological Reserve not only provides an opportunity to admire the beauty of butterfly species, but also helps raise awareness of the importance of wildlife conservation and environmental protection. The reserve also carries out various educational and research programs, contributing to the conservation of butterfly species and their ecosystems. Thanks to these efforts, the Gambier Biological Reserve has become an icon of sustainability and nature conservation in Bolivia, attracting thousands of visitors each year and making significant contributions to preserving the biodiversity of the region. If you truly adore butterflies, I think you can't miss this place on your list of favorite destinations. So, we've explored 18 prohibitions and peculiarities in Bolivia together through this video. We hope you've gained a fascinating insight into this colorful and diverse South American country. These unique laws and customs not only reflect Bolivia's diverse culture, but also demonstrate the differences in how countries manage and maintain social order. If you found this video informative and enjoyable, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons to not miss out on the next exciting videos. Feel free to leave a comment below if you have any questions or opinions on this topic, or if you'd like us to explore more about other countries and cultures. Thank you for watching the video, and we look forward to seeing you in the next ones.